We are in deep, deep trouble here. Welcome to Worms and Warriors. And welcome to Ultimate General Civil War. You're joining Brigadier General Worms and the 1st Corps. We're in the 1st Manassas campaign here, 1861. If you're new to this channel and you've just stumbled across this video somehow, then just a quick note that this is part 2 of a series. You did miss the first episode where we went into a little bit of details on setting up the character and a bit of information about the game in general. But we're going to go straight on into this episode here, and we're going to set up our forces. As you can see, we've got very, very limited men left here after being battered in that previous battle, the first battle there, the Potomac Fort battle. Yeah, so the Potomac Fort battle, it went quite well. I mean, I did comment at the time that I'm a bit rusty at this game. I haven't really played it very much, which, you know, maybe came across in gameplay a little bit. But I think quite a few of you guys must have enjoyed it because we got some decent view numbers for my channel anyway, which I'm really pleased about, and a lot of new subscribers, which, you know, welcome along. If you're new here, it's awesome to have you here. I hope you're going to enjoy this series and check out some of the other series we have got going on. But I think that's enough talking now, and we're going to crack straight on with this. So we're going to set up our brigades here, basically. So I'll go into a bit of more detail than I usually will, because this is the first real episode where we're setting up the things and we're having a look at the different weapons and stuff like that. So it might be a little bit longer than usual, but worry not, it won't always be like this. I won't always go into as much detail. Like, we're going to have a look at some of these artillery pieces available, and we'll weigh up the merits of whether to buy them or not. And same for the infantry. We'll have a look at some of the rifles and muskets available, and we'll make a decision. Well, I'll make a decision, but I'll talk it through with you guys while you're watching. So anyway, in the last battle, we got a career point, and we popped that into logistics to get us some more ammunition during the fight, which does become more important as time goes on. We've got 4 in training, which has given us a veteran discount of 10%, which is obviously awesome. Again, this is something I covered briefly in the previous episode. We also went down the politics route, which gets us a 7.5% reduction in cost for recruiting units. What else? We've got economy. We've got a 1 in that, so we're getting a 2.5% discount on units. Reconnaissance, we don't actually get anything for that. Army organization, we're still on 1, so we can only have 3 brigades per division, and we can only have 2 divisions max, so we're stuck with quite small forces to start with. We haven't got much in the way of weapons either. We've got a handful of Springfield 1855 rifle muskets, and about 1,500 Springfield 1842 muskets. Now, let's have a look at the Springfield 1842 musket. Damage 18, effective range 250, fire rate 40, accuracy 12.5, and melee skill, melee points 88. Compare that to the Springfield 1855, damage 12.5. So we can already see that the damage is way higher on the Springfield because it can use like buck and ball, and generally has a bit more punching power, I think. Not that I'm not like a weapons expert or anything, but I mean, I think the musket has a bit more punching power. And you can see they're quite cheap as well to buy. So damage 18, range 250 compared to 340, which is kind of where the rifle comes into its own. Rate of fire 49, 40 for the musket. Accuracy, now look at the difference here, 65 for the rifle. 12.5 for the musket. Now that's the crux of it. The rifling of the barrel obviously makes all the difference. And as time goes by, we'll be wanting the majority of our troops armed with rifles. That's for sure. Melee is 60. We get slightly higher melee with this. I don't know if it maybe has a better bayonet or what the deal is there. I'm not entirely sure, but, you know, could be one of those things that it has just a better bayonet or something. But overall, I would say the Springfield 1855 is by far the superior weapon. But we can't really get that many of those in just now. Right, so let's have a look at our army. We've got Siegfried. He's just a major. I mean, the ranks aren't exactly accurate. I mean, I suppose it would be for this size force, really. What's that? A battalion, maybe a small regiment. But a major could maybe command that, I suppose. But we'll leave him as a major. It doesn't make any difference, really, at the moment. This is his experience. That's the unit's experience, sorry, there. And they've already got 1 star of experience. And Darrell Siegfried is almost up to the next rank. So anyway, back to this. Veterans versus rookies. So if you hire rookies, you don't have to pay any money for them. They just come out of your recruitment pool. So we've got 3,400 recruits available and $47,100. As we can see, if we increase this, it's not costing us any money, it's just recruits. So money 0 and this just manpower. But we are getting lower on the stats front there. And you can see this actually took the unit all the way down and they've lost their star. We don't want that. So what we're going to do, we're going to stick in some recruits. So we're going to take it up to 500. It's going to drop us a little bit, but it means we've got this at least up to a decent amount of troops. So we're going to apply that. Yes, 81 sir. New guys. Then we're going to switch to veterans. And I'm going to stick in, now you can see this costs us money. We're going to get this unit up to, say, 750 men. So that's a bit more of a viable force for now. I might come back and I might add some more troops there, but that's going to cost us $5,200, which we haven't got much money. But it makes this, definitely makes this a more viable force. Something else I didn't talk about was the reputation points. As you win battles, you gain reputation points, and we can spend those on things like this. So we could get James Archer by spending 4 reputation points. We could get some Mississippi rifles for 4 reputation points, but we've only got 28, so really, I think if we spend 4, it's going to cost us in morale, because it'll take us to 24, and it's already on yellow. I'm pretty sure it does, so we're going to leave this to build up a little bit. So I'm not going to do anything with that just now. So now let's have a look at this other unit under Kemper. Also got a star, but they're down to 157 men. These guys got ripped to shreds in the last battle. So let's take a few guys in here, but you can see it massively impacts by putting rookies in here. We're going to go to 225. Let's go veterans for the rest. We'll take them to 500.
Sir, yes, sir!
There we have it. So we've got 2 better-sized units here. Cabell, he was the commander of this artillery battalion or battery. He got wounded, so we're going to have to replace him. And let's replace him with... we'll replace him with the cheapest guy. Seth Foreman. There you go, sir.
Sir, yes, sir!
And they've got a skill point, so we're going to have a look. So logistics, plus 50% ammo. Efficiency, plus 5. Like, the efficiency relates to this. They've got 23 at the moment, so obviously that would improve it. Stamina plus 10, efficiency plus 5, or we can go with discipline, which is plus 10 morale, plus 5 efficiency. For artillery, I generally like logistics, because ammunition is important for these guys, and we're going to go with that. So there we go, it's on here. Means they get extra ammunition. And now, it works slightly different for the artillery. I mean, it's the same principle, but it's slightly different in that you have to purchase weapons out of the armory to fill it up. Well, I mean, you do have to for the infantry as well, but at the moment we've got enough to cover that. We've still got 800 Springfields in the armory. And we've got 3 6-pounder field guns in the armory as well, so we might well bump this up to 7 field guns, because the field gun is actually, it's not that bad. So let's have a little look at that. The 6-pound field gun. Standard smoothbore cannon, very weak in long-range fire. Damage 41, effective range 1300, fire rate 30, accuracy 10, melee 10. Now compare this to the howitzer, which is quite a bit more expensive, but really it's not any better. Damage 56, now that's more than the field gun. The field gun had damage 41, so 56 for that. Effective range for the field gun was 1300, it's 1000 for this. Fire rate of 29, I think the field gun had 30. Yep, 30. And 10 for the other scores, 10 for this one as well. So, in effect, the howitzer packs more of a punch at close range, but it fires slightly slower. So, it's a kind of trade-off. Do you use this for the closer range, or do we use the field gun and get the longer range? I think at the moment, at this stage of the campaign, we'll stick with the field guns, and we're going to knock him up to 7. If we stick rookies in there, let's watch this number. Takes it right down. So that's just replenishing the guys he's lost. Let's do that once. Then let's knock in some veterans. That takes it to 7. It's going to cost us $4,200. So if we now wanted to add, let's say we wanted to add a rookie unit, we'd have to pay for the field gun. So it would cost us $849. But we're not going to do that just now, because we don't need to. So well, it's called a division. It's not really much of a division, is it, with numbers like that? But it's looking okay, actually. So, but we're going to make a second division. I know these are small units still, but let's make a second one. We've got Colonel Burney available to be our division commander. Let's do that. There we go. It didn't cost us anything. So for this division, We're going to have the same setup here. Well, actually, we'll do 1 cavalry, 1 infantry, and 1 set of guns. That way we've got some cav available should we need them. So let's go first with an infantry brigade. So it starts us off with the farmer musket, which is like old and heavy musket, more useful as a melee weapon. So like it's a club basically. Damage 18, effective range 200, fire rate 38, 10. So we're going to stay well clear of that. And we're going to equip these guys with some of our Springfield muskets. It's going to cost us some money because we only had 823. We're going to raise a unit that's 1,000 strong. In fact, we're going to make it slightly more than 1,000. No, well, let's go with 1,000 to start with. Now, the rank of the commander affects efficiency and some of the other stats here. So I think, yeah. So look, so if we knock it right to full, they're losing some efficiency because the officer's rank is low for the size of the unit. So there's too many men there. We could go to sort of 1,200. Let's do that. Let's go to 1,200. But we are running quite short on money, 27,000, because obviously we've got to pay to recruit Major Douglas as well. So we've got 1,200 infantry in that one. Let's go ahead and stick a cavalry unit in here. We've got 110 of these basic cavalry equipment. The Palmetto 1842 lock pistol single shot 54 caliber. Basic cavalry equipment that is quite effective in mounted charges. Have we got anything else? Not really. We've got nothing available. But there are, obviously, as you can see, a host of different weapons to choose from. But we're going to stick with that. That's going to cost us 7,526 because we have to pay for the commander. We've got to pay for the men. And we've got to pay for the horses and some of the weapons because we only had 110, remember? We'll go with 300 men in this little unit. It's going to cost us almost $10,000 though. We've got 15,000 left. Let's go with a little artillery unit. Captain Bass, Gene Bass, yeah. Alright, so 6-pound field guns, 849 each. If we were going to do howitzers, they would be 1,300 each, which is obviously quite expensive. And bearing in mind, they're not really that good. Let's go with 6. That's going to cost us 5,000. Actually, let's go with 7. Then we've got 2 units with 7. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so both of these have got 7 guns in them. And then let's use up the rest of the money. I'm going to basically, we're going to increase this unit to, let's say this, 700. So yeah, that's a bit more like it. So we've got one with 750, one with 700, and then we've got these new guys, 1,200 of them, with 300 cav and 7 guns. And I'm quite happy with that. We've got 2,000 left over. Let's get some supply in. So that's going to give us 2,000 supply for our supply wagon. It's not much, but I mean, I think these first few battles are quite small. But anyway, I think I've done enough talking. We've done a little bit of looking through this. We'll pick up some more bits and pieces as the campaign progresses. Now, let's have a look. We'll go to the battle map. The Confederates were victorious. So you get like you get the picture here. You can always pause this and read it. I'm not going to read all this crap. So we've got 2 battles here. You see this with the little wreath around it? That means it's a major battle. So what have we got here? Newport News and the first Bull Run battle. So what I do, I always look at the dates. So I always do them in order of the dates. So 15th of June, we'll do that one first. And then it'll be the 21st of July for the first Bull Run. We'll do that in a separate episode. So today's battle is going to be the Battle of Newport News on the 15th of June, 1861. The Union is aggressively attempting to secure areas in Virginia. Their armies are occupying several towns before the local militia could take up arms against them. The rebellion needs your assistance to defend a small town near Newport News. The Federals are approaching from multiple directions with superior forces. You must lead a portion of your troops and the local militia to repel the intruders. So if we win, we get 4 reputation points, we get 4,200 recruits, and $58,900, which is going to help bump up our money quite nicely. And we'll also be able to use some of those reputation points to get one of the rewards that's on offer. However, if we draw, we lose 4 reputation points. We only get $47,100 and only 3,600 recruits. If we defeat it, we lose 8, which I think might actually be game over. Because once these reputation points get too low, that's when you're done for. So let's get Brigadier General Worms and his 2 divisions into this fight and see what they've got for us. So we can deploy our corps. We've only got the 1, so we just click on that. And then I think this is a way to swap the guys out. We'll find it out once we're into the battle, I think. I mean, and we can switch the units in and out. But what have we got here? So we've got the Battle of Newport news. It's just the same info here that I've just read out before. But we can see the Union are coming from 3 different roads, converging on this little town. I guess our reinforcements are going to come up this way. Let's have a look. Is this just our army? Oh, so these are local troops as well. So if you remember, it said we would have some local troops available. And this must be these guys. Jennifer with his cavalry unit. We've got also Stuart with his cavalry. They've got some guns. Looks like the 6-pound field guns, I think. Are they ordnance maybe? I'm not sure. Or are they the same? Hard to tell. Some supplies here. And some other bits and pieces. I mean, there's nothing too exciting here. But let's get started. Sir, it was very brave of you to refuse Lincoln's call to arms and join the Confederacy's cause. The Union is trying desperately to convince the locals not to secede and is attempting an investment of Virginia with military forces. So we have to remember this is the early stages of the war still. So this is where the guys were coming from. So we can see there's some fords that they would need to cross, which will hopefully give us a decent defensive position. Numerous Union infantry is approaching our town from 3 directions: northwest, north, and northeast. It is vital to protect the town and show the Yankees that we are not going to leave our lands undefended. Indeed. The incoming Union forces are too strong. We cannot stop them, only delay them. So it is advisable to deploy skirmishers and advance north of the town to buy time for our reinforcements. Alright. Our cavalry scouts have returned from their reconnaissance mission and will assist your efforts. The Virginia local militia has been called up and will receive infantry and artillery. We will receive infantry and artillery to counterattack. Until then, hold your ground, General. Right. Oh, yeah, so this is where we can switch our guys up. But actually, this is what I wanted, actually. So we've got our 2 more experienced units here. I mean, they're smaller, but they are more experienced. And some of the guns as well. There we are, worms. And there's the supplies that we bought. So what we will do, we'll get the skirmishers up here. We'll try and hold them back. And then we'll fall back into the town itself. Okay, start battle. That's Stuart and his cavalry. Let's see what they are armed with. Colt 1855, so they're pretty good. Short effective range with high firing rate. Here they come. Guns opening on them. Remember, this is a delay in action. One of the cool things in this is you can draw the line of march. So what I want to do, I want to get him up behind, possibly take out some of their guns. If we can. Maybe we can't actually. Nice if Stuart can take these artillerymen out. Nice. So yeah, we are slowing those guys down. Oh, there's their skirmishers from the flank. Oh, nicely done. So Stuart has absolutely wrecked that artillery unit. I may have screwed this up here. See the artillery here, these 6-pound guns, reasonably effective. 23 kills for those guys. Our skirmishers are still slowing them down, and Stuart is done in that artillery. Nice. Oh shit! But he's been absolutely hammered here. I didn't expect them just to appear there from the middle of nowhere. He's absolutely screwed here. Shit! Flee, Stuart, flee! Right, well, I didn't know that they were going to just pop up here like that, which is one of the reasons why, like I was saying, I'm a bit rusty at the game, which is, you know, just the way it is. I suppose if I played this game a lot, I would have known that they were going to pop up there, and it wouldn't have been worth pursuing that unit the way I did. The artillery unit, I mean. Stuart is done. Damn it! Maybe he can pull out. Just pull it, keep going, son. Get yourself out of there. Tempest skirmishes are all but done for here. Right, I'm going to get him back into the town. Stuart's being run down by Harrison's cavalry. Not really much I can do about that, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm going to pull the guns back as well now over the river. We're in trouble here. They're coming up on our flank. And we have not received any reinforcements as yet. Oh, damn it! Kemper got rear-flanked. Alright, so Stuart has reformed. I mean, they're down to 109 men. But they have reformed now. Skirmishers are screwed. You did your best, General. Our reinforcements arrived to teach them a lesson. Cavalry and supplies are on their way. Okay. Here we are. Joe Johnston's arrived. Yay. Just in time, I hope. Come on, Barto, get in there. Ewell, get up there. Get Evans out on that flank. Barnard B, get up there, son. We are in deep, deep trouble here. Siegfried routed. Our guns are in trouble. I've asked them to fall back, but they're actually going forward. What the hell are you doing? Go, go, go. Get the hell out of there. Okay, that's disappointing. The guns are absolutely screwed. We're going to lose them all. Annoying. Warman's wounded, but they're still just kind of running around here. Why not just ditch the guns and run? Where are they going? Why are they going that way? Harrison's absolutely messing us up here. We have lost all those guns, so we'll have to replace them in the next part. Excellent. I did say I was rusty at this game, and I was not joking. Is it worth getting in these defensive positions? I'm not sure. Ah, but you will send Birdie routing at least. Running. It feels like we're holding our own. I think we're okay for the moment. Supplies are coming. Oh, and some more cabs coming. Kemper's reformed as well. Nice. Let's get him up on his flank. I like how we hear them shouting in the background. Kill them all. Yep, kill them all. Alright, so, I mean, it was disappointing to lose that artillery battery. I should probably have moved them back a little beforehand, but, you know, like I say, I really don't know. Ah, Siegfried's wounded as well. Damn it, we're going to have to replace him too. It's a hard game, this. No, I like that. What is he armed with? Let's have a look. Cook and Brother Musketoon. Let's get some firing going. Moving the guns in a little closer. So B and Bardo are holding okay here with Ewell on his flank, inflicting lots of casualties. Just a bit too much for them there with the flanking fire from the cavalry unit and Kemper's brigade, who recovered quite nicely. I mean, they did get routed and lost a couple of hundred men. That's those supplies all used up. We did only have 2,000 of those. We have got the other supply unit coming up. Yeah, whether they reach us in time to supply anybody is another question. Howard's men have reformed, but that's okay. Evans, which I guess is Nathan Shanks Evans. Wilcox routed here. Lots of casualties. Emboden's Emboden, I don't know. His artillery unit has done a nice bit of damage here. As I was saying in the previous episode here, this is an older game, but it's one that I do really enjoy playing. It's aged really well. I like the look of it even. It looks great. And even though I did bungle that start bit, I think it's actually been alright actually. I'm sure a veteran of this game would have done a lot better, of course. But I do not claim to be a veteran of the game, just a fan of the game. Let's get this cavalry back in. Let's see. Get a shot off, boys, come on. Let's got ourselves a few kills. Hemp are getting in position as well, and they're routed. Excellent job. Stewart in for a shot. Give Grover's brigade a shot there, son. Come on. Yeah, didn't really fancy it. Ooh, Grover's coming in for a charge. Siegfried looks like he's repelled him. Oh, I don't want you going after him. Here comes Howard. Let's just fall back slightly. We can extend that charge. Time up here. Oh, that's it. I should have sent them over there a little sooner to wreak havoc in the rear. So we did lose all them guns, which is a real shame. Lost a fair number of guys actually. Like a quarter of our force, but they lost half their force, so it's obviously a lot better. Let's have a look here. So we held the town. We lost less than 50%. Obviously, we inflicted at least 50% casualties. Siegfried done a good job. Officers. Siegfried wounded, that's it. So we're not going to have him for the Battle of Bull Run. We captured a couple of howitzers, rescued a few Springfield muskets and captured a few more. Captured a few Colts, some Sharps 1855s, which are not amazing, but they're okay. Rescued a couple of field guns for them. And a handful of these Colt 1855 revolving carbines. Cool. That was nice. I enjoyed that battle. It was cool. We didn't get any additional rewards, but we did get $58,900 and 4,200 recruits to replenish some of these guys. Right. So we're going to accept that. We lost the artillery, sadly, so we're going to have to replace those. Let's put a major in there. We've got 4 of them, but I think it might be worth spending money on some Napoleons. Let's have a look at these guys. 65 damage, 1400 range, rate of fire 30, 10 and 10. So it's similar to the 6-pound field gun, if it comes up here. It's got longer range and more damage. Yeah. But they are going to cost us a bit of money. So that's how much? 6,400. I think that's money worth spending. Especially if we're going to give them 7. That's going to be $12,000, but that's okay. I would put more than 7 in, but I haven't got any. Actually, let's see what we've got first here. A career point. I'm actually going to go ahead and stick one into army organization because that means we're going to have 4 brigades per division, which makes a lot of difference. I mean, not that we've got that many men, but I think we need to be going towards that. Let's go with that one. And what have we got here for reputation points? So we could pick up James Archer still, which might be handy, or we could do the 2000 Mississippi Rifles. But I think I'm going to go for James Archer. So we get a nice general here, brigadier general. Because I think the Springfields are actually doing quite well here, and to be honest, that's probably all that the Union's armed with as well. So let's go with him. So that takes us back to 28. That's fine. We can replace him. So we're going to put Archer actually in charge of this 1st Division. And that means we get the colonel who was in charge of this is now available to take a new infantry brigade. Preston. I think anyway. Yes, it was Preston. Not farmers. We're going to see what do we got here. Springfield muskets. Haven't we got anything else, to be honest? Let's go with 1,000 men for now. So we could go with discipline training, morale plus 10, efficiency plus 5, or endurance course, stamina plus 10, efficiency plus 5, and speed plus 10. I think I'm actually going to go with that one. So it's an extra 1,000 guys here, but obviously these units got battered. Let's stick someone new in charge here. Let's go for... Who should we go for? Israel Averell. Yeah, there you go, mate. That's your new command. Right, so I'm going to stick veteran troops in here to replenish. Let's get them up to 700 and odd. 725 for now. Kemper. Get him back up to 700. Costs us almost $12,000 because we're going to have to start paying for Springfield muskets as well. But that makes this 1st Division a little bit more viable. We're going to stick some guns in there like we were just discussing. Ray Hoffman, yeah, he's fine. And let's get him armed with some Napoleons as we had before. 7 of those. It's got $25,000. Didn't use these guys in the last battle. So we're going to leave him as he is. Thomas can stay as that as well. Now, why don't we go ahead... Can we stick another gun in here and keep the efficiency up? Yeah, he's fine. Can we do 9? Yes, we can. We can actually keep Rookie as well because this is a brand new unit. Can he do 10? Yes, he can. 11? No. So 10. We're going to keep him at 10. That keeps his efficiency at 15. What have we got left here? 3,000 recruits and $25,000. All right. Let's go with another infantry brigade here. Once we unlock some more, we'll stick some skirmishers in as well, because you can have specialized skirmishers in this, but I mean, they're not really amazing until you can get some better weapons, and since we haven't got very much money, I don't think we've got that much available. Let's have a look. What is it actually? Hunters, we've got none. These sharps, I mean, they're okay, but their range is short, so I hate having skirmishers with those. You have to get in right close. I'm more of a long-range skirmisher kind of guy. Whitworth, we're going to get 51. Telescope, Whitworth rifles, 19s. We haven't really got anything I would give them. Hunters is probably what I would go with. I mean, you can't use the sharps, but with the range of 230, that's really short range. But they have got quite high fire rate, but still. So you can get in close and wreck them. But I mean, I prefer the Hunter with a longer range and a bit more damage. But we're not going to go with that. We're going to go with another infantry brigade. Lonnie Barnes. So we're going to have to pay for these. So what's the difference between the Palmetto 1842 and the Springfield? So the Palmetto, 18, 250, 40, and 12.5 for the Springfield. 18, 250, 40, and 13.5. All right, so it's got slightly higher accuracy. We could go with the Mississippis, actually. That only cost us... It would only cost us 1,700. Let's have a look at the Mississippi. So damage 12.5, effective range 300, fire rate 39, accuracy 40, and melee 85. So The first US rifle musket using percussion lock system. Still considered a reliable weapon. I quite like the Mississippi rifle. Hey, let's do it. Let's give these guys the Mississippi rifle. It's expensive, but I mean, let's go ahead and we'll do that. Cool. So that's the second division's looking pretty good, actually. Let's beef out these guys with some more veterans. Since we've got some money to spend.
Sir, yes, sir!
I'm going to save a little bit of money and a few recruits there. So 800 men in each of these. Then we've got Preston as well with his 1,000 men. Most of our guys on with the Springfields. But I think that's okay. We're going to leave the episode right here. We're set up, ready to go. Actually, what I should have done is... Well, stuck a little bit more in the supply. I was going to say we've got some supplies. We're going to have to remember to do that next time. After the next battle. So we're going up for the Battle of Manassas. First Bull Run. As you can see, we get a little debuff here. So minus 5% enemy army size because we managed to get that win at Newport News, which is awesome. So we're going to go into this grand battle in the next episode. These grand battles take quite a while to get through. So I feel like it merits a battle all on its own. We'll have a good look through all this stuff before we start the next battle, and I'll hopefully see you there. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed the battle there, the Battle of Newport News. I certainly enjoyed playing it. So if you did enjoy it, please leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of it. And if you're new here, why not subscribe and come back for more? Check out the rest of this series. It should be a lot of fun. And anyway, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a great day, and I'll hopefully catch you in the next one. Ta-ra for now.